His name's James Alefantis.
Yes.
But guess how you say "I love kids" in French?
Oh no, how?
Jamais l'enfance.
No. In 2016, one man fired one bullet at a door at a DC pizza restaurant run by one of the 50 most powerful people in Washington, D.C. It became a huge media scandal. Today is the Pizzagate episode on MKUSUAL. All right, here comes the assassination material, man. We don't got long left. It's the Pizzagate episode.
It was nice knowing you, Dennis.
I want to thank a viewer for requesting this. Here's the baseline story, the incident that started it all. On December 4th, 2016, Edgar Madison Welch, remember that name, a 28-year-old man from North Carolina, walked into Comet Ping Pong, a pizza restaurant in Washington, D.C., armed with an AR-15 rifle. He believed the restaurant was the center of a child trafficking ring linked to powerful politicians. Welch fired a shot inside the restaurant but did not hit anyone. In fact, he told them all to leave, and the shot he fired was to open a door. After searching the premises and finding no evidence of a secret underground operation, there is no basement, he surrendered to police. In fact, he went outside, laid on the ground, was not trying to hurt anyone. Despite the event being dismissed as an act of delusional conspiracy theorists, Pizzagate remained one of the most controversial and ridiculed internet conspiracies of the decade. When was Jeffrey Epstein arrested? I have to know because I have a theory about this. I think QAnon, I'll throw it all out front here. I think QAnon is the FBI trying to make everyone seem crazy.
I've heard that.
Yes.
It seems very, very plausible
to
subvert any real inquiry into this.
Yes. So his big arrest was July 2019. Again, dude, it just seems really weird. All this Pizzagate stuff starts. And this guy was a real guy, Edgar Madison. We'll get into more about him later. But just seems like they were trying to make you seem a bit cuckoo if you thought the elite were diddling kids. So Pizzagate, where did it come from? It came from emails. John Podesta emails, which were leaked on WikiLeaks. And they were all emails related to Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign. These were famously called Russia propaganda. They said that it wasn't Julian Assange, or Julian Assange was working with the Russians. And some of these emails are pretty weird. Online researchers claim the emails contain bizarre language and coded messages. Here's some examples. Quote, "Do you think I'll do better playing dominoes on cheese than on pasta?" Here's another one. Quote, "The realtor found a handkerchief. I think it has a map that seems pizza related."
We need to get Nick Cage on this. It's a national treasure level mystery.
Here's a third one. "Lo and behold, instead of pasta and a wonderful sauces, it was a lovely, tempting assortment of cheeses."
I've seen one that said
I have a bunch open.
something along the lines of renting a pizza for an hour.
Yes.
That's gross.
That's freaking weird. What are you talking about? Why are you calling this a Russian misinfo thing? Nobody ever debunked these emails. These are real emails.
Yeah, it was all the emails are 100% confirmed to be from his laptop.
Here's one. I just clicked on a random one. December 31st, 2014. KitchenAid pasta attachment was a first for TSA Reno. At least it had no sharp edges. I'm just going to click on random WikiLeaks and see. Okay. "I just received the holiday package of pasta. If only I could make it turn out as special as you guys do."
This could be not creepy and talking about like cash being moved around for a campaign that's like off the books.
Could be drugs.
Could be drugs. Could be.
Oh no. "I'm developing a culinary reputation with the Reno TSA.
Yeah, why were you going to Reno, Nevada with a pasta maker if you're on a campaign?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This is about going to the United Arab Emirates and having pizza.
He was John Podesta was the White House chief of staff under Bill Clinton.
Yep.
So he knew Hillary. Key advisor to President Barack Obama and was the
Chair
chairman
of the Hillary Clinton campaign.
Was the 2016 Hillary campaign chair. He founded the Center for American Progress, which is a liberal think tank. Various policy initiatives, including climate change and government transparency. In 2023, President Joe Biden appointed him to oversee the implementation of the Inflation Reduction Act's climate and energy programs.
Here's one that just says, the Mickey Mouse ice cream bars are delicious. Our crowd ate very many of them. I'm at my desk dreaming of waffles. These are all official campaign emails.
So we got cheese, pasta, waffles, Mickey Mouse ice cream bars.
This email back to him from Megan Roos says, enjoying slippers and abominable snowman. Prize for riding Everest coaster. What the hell? Anyway.
If you want to just take the implication of the worst part of this out, it's just bizarre.
It's bizarre.
That this is what is going on when you donate to the Hillary Clinton
Renting
campaign.
a pizza.
Renting a pizza will not ever leave my mind. That will haunt me.
There's also all kinds of weird times of day when they're sending this stuff about. Anyway, so that's what
The no basement thing.
Yeah.
Shout out Flesh Simulator. Come on our show, please. He said that he looked that the company who owned there was like a restaurant group supposedly that owned Comet Ping Pong that serves pizza, and they opened 1 or 2 doors down another pizza restaurant.
Yeah, we have that in here.
Okay,
Yeah.
And there's a basement. They own like 3 properties in a row. There's no basement.
And there are basements.
And there are basements, just not in Comet Ping Pong.
This guy made a mistake. So he also went at a weird time of day. So here's a weird fact. The security cameras were turned away
to face the wall.
And no one was shot. So when Welch entered Comet Ping Pong and fired a shot, the bullet allegedly hit a locked storage room door. However, people noticed several odd details about the restaurant's security setup. The security cameras were turned away from the main areas, facing a wall. No one was injured. Some found it suspicious that Welch immediately surrendered after, quote, checking for evidence. And when police investigated, they sealed many case details, making skeptics wonder if something had been covered up. Some theorists speculate Welch was either a patsy or a staged distraction meant to discredit further investigation. Also, the one bullet, correct me if I'm wrong, the one bullet hit a server platter, like a computer hard drive.
Yeah, there was a server in this closet.
Yeah, he shot to see. He thought the kids were in the closet or that it was the stairs down to the basement. And his one shot just so happened to destroy the hard drive.
Which wouldn't destroy anything. Like, computer forensic people can, like, still retrieve data from, like, hard drives that are melted or they were in a house fire.
True,
like,
but the official story is going to be that there was nothing to investigate.
So or that they can't because
right,
this one thing was destroyed. Or
well, the police aren't going to go through the hard drive just because he shot it.
Right.
The hard drive belongs to the quote-unquote victim.
Yeah.
So it just gives them a reason to destroy and get rid of the hard drive.
Which,
so
if it was like my it's probably keeping the footage from the security cameras at least.
That's what I would think, yeah.
And you would see probably who was coming and going over time to this place.
Yeah.
At the very least.
And here's what makes the place even weirder. So it's owned by James Alefantis, the pizza shop owner with a high level of connections. James Alefantis owned Comet Ping Pong and was oddly powerful in Washington, D.C. for a man running a pizza joint. Here's some weird coincidences. He was named one of the 50 most powerful people in Washington, D.C. by GQ magazine. How many people are in Congress? 435 plus 50.
Yeah.
And then you got everyone in the presidency. You got every general. You have all the artistic people.
Journalists.
You do have people that run like the Kennedy Center. Oh, journalists? Oh, yeah. There's major publications out of D.C. But somehow the guy who owns a pizza restaurant, 50 most powerful, like what are they saying? He had close ties to John Podesta, Hillary Clinton, other political elites. What were you going to say?
Well, I've been working for French people for the last few months. His name's James Alefantis.
Yes.
But guess how you say "I love kids" in French?
Oh, no. How?
Jamais l'enfance.
No.
Or j'aime, like je
Take from that what you will.
Weird coincidence.
So Alefantis says his Instagram, before being deleted, featured a numerous bizarre, cryptic, and disturbing images.
I saw some stuff on that before they got taken off his. Some people had like screenshot all of them, but yeah.
Well, I'm going to look up those real fast. One of his pizza-related businesses had a logo nearly identical to an FBI documented pedophilia symbol.
It's like the triangle.
A spiral triangle.
Yep. And then there's another one. That's why I brought up the restaurant group, is because the logo for the other one, it mimicked a different type of group, like NAMBLA or something.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We're showing these. What is going on with these images? I can't believe I'm saving these on my computer.
Like I said, man, it was nice knowing you.
They'll be up on the screen. This one says German baby, $1,200, and has a picture of a baby.
That's fucking bonkers. The one I saw that sticks out, it's like a all gray room with a drain in the middle, which a restaurant would have a room with a drain in the floor. But it's like sloped to the middle, a drain, an all gray room, and the caption was like the kill room or something.
Why? Okay, let's just say you're a normal guy,
Right?
who makes great pizza.
Best pizza in DC.
Why are you risking your reputation with an Instagram like that?
You got a fun ping pong themed atmosphere, and that's your sense of humor, and and your clientele loves this. That's the other thing.
So we can see why Mr. Welch would have thought something was going on here.
Yeah.
Here's some other weird things. Maybe he was a patsy. The gunman was released early, then killed in a bizarre incident years later. Edgar Welch, killed by police officer after traffic stop, authorities say. This comes from Live 5 News. He was a passenger in a vehicle stopped by officers, according to the police department in Kannapolis. One of the officers recognized the SUV as one which he had seen Welch drive before. That's not a reason to pull someone over. Police said the man pulled out a handgun, pointed it at one of the officers, and he was instructed to drop the weapon but didn't. 2 officers shot Welch. They took him to the hospital. He died from his injuries 2 days later. I don't know. That sounds sus, dude.
Yeah.
That sounds sus. Some believe Pizzagate, his role in Pizzagate was part of a larger staged event. So mainstream media immediately labeled Pizzagate as dangerous fake news, used it as a way to dismiss other government-related conspiracies. Pizzagate was, quote, aggressively debunked across CNN, the New York Times, and Washington Post, often mocked by anyone with any question, whenever questioned about the details. It became a tool to push for more internet censorship, leading to aggressive crackdowns on conspiracy content across social media.
There you go.
The term Pizzagate has been permanently tied to right-wing extremism. It became one of the first major conspiracy theory events used to promote the idea of fake news as a national security threat. And what's the... Dude, I go back to Epstein. They knew the Epstein stuff was getting ready to come out.
So Epstein was arrested
in 2019.
After this or before? I lost track of the timeline.
After.
Okay, he was arrested after this.
Yes.
And then after his
But it's like they already had this event and they had the whole QAnon thing.
Yeah.
So they can point to those two words, Pizzagate, QAnon. And look, dude, nobody was killed. Nobody was even hurt. There are crazy people every day in this country
Yeah.
who commit some gun crime. It does not become front page New York Times news. We must never forget Pizzagate. It doesn't become a reason to let's even say he was crazy. It doesn't become a reason to shut down like online discussions about stuff just because he was crazy.
Yeah, I think you used the word national security emergency.
Yes. It's a pizza restaurant. The man shot a door at a pizza restaurant. So even if he was completely insane, to me it's suspicious that the media, Project Mockingbird, turns it into some kind of giant event, something that's against national security, unless you consider that the Epstein documents and all that are a national security concern.
Yes.
And that was an intelligence operation, then it really would be a national security event to accuse powerful people in Washington of being pedos. Any final thoughts?
In an election year, or like
It was an election year, you're right.
so.
They were pushing hard to tie Trump to that QAnon stuff, dude.
Yes.
And none of that made any sense.
Well,
there
that's
wasn't like a
like-
QAnon website. It just like the media would
It was
just say what
4chan.
QAnon said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like 4chan speculation, which is famously one where people go who are whistleblowers, and there is like truth on there,
Yeah.
and things get disclosed, but it's mostly just schizo posting and like people trying to be more racist than each other for a bit, and
Also, just a place where anybody can post anything anonymously.
right.
So you create this fake thing called QAnon, and then any FBI agent, anybody can post and say, here's more QAnon.
Yes.
And then that becomes the news story. It's not a news story. But, we're still waiting on those Epstein documents. Yeah, so
Yeah.
big psyop.
Yeah, seems textbook psyop used as political leverage. Classic patsy character, possibly. The implications, if true, would be a national security emergency. If there were, because the emails were already out there. They were dumped on WikiLeaks. So like they were backpedaling hard, is what it
And they
sounds
never
like.
explained what they meant by renting a pizza.
Or any like
Just go on TV. Or put out a press release. Say, that's the word we used for...
hey, sorry, we can't, we actually like Little Debbie's, but we can't order them because they'll call us fat, or I don't know.
The conspiracy theory known as Pizzagate gained a cult following on alt-right forums. Dude, earlier I Googled, when I was looking into this, I Googled John Podesta pizza emails. You know, all it says on the Wikipedia, it was like debunked conspiracy theory. Debunked. And then I just Googled just now because I was curious. Pizzagate Trump 2016. BBC, fake story shows how conspiracy theories spread in Trump's age. The age of Donald Trump and Pizzagate from the New Yorker, the Washington Post. Trump has made safe zone for fact-free discourse. The Rolling Stone, Pizzagate, anatomy of fake news scandal. The thing where nobody got shot. NPR, lives are at risk. The Chicago Tribune, in Trump's America, Pizzagate could be the new normal.
Well, unfortunately, I want the Diddy tapes. I want the Epstein files. I want the flight log. I want the fucking...
Give us the flight logs.
Reality, the implications of it is... reality as we know it would unravel. If like there were... It would completely destroy faith in government, and just like...
That's what we assume.
Unfathomable.
What faith?
I mean, yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, we love you.
we love you.
Thug Life Service.